Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A lot of things have changed since I became a Muslim, and it just seems like it was yesterday. I remember the day, I remember the months before the Shahada, the months after, and my conversion has been a little bit strange to me because also it was not public, but people knew about it, and then I was, uh, you know, already kind of on YouTube as a new Muslim, which is a very unfortunate situation because I wouldn't recommend it to people because you don't know what you're talking about most of the time, right? So I also made some videos maybe or some things I said that were not true or were not correct because my understanding is different, right? So it's been what, 3.5 years? I don't know, something like that. And I thought I understand Islam then, and I did, in a sense, where I understood the basics, but as you know, Islam is very deep. And people can claim Islam is simple, which is also true. So where I am now, it's so different. It's so, in terms of my understanding, so in terms of like what I actually know about Islam from reality, from reality now, so from traveling, from being in the position of an imam here, which is insane, from running Jummas, from building a community and setting up a masjid, like all these things are insane to me. And it looks like I've made so much progress, right? There's so much progress because you're a revert, you don't know anything, you're practicing. So I was practicing always, I never stopped practicing. I mean, it was just something I knew that if I become a Muslim, I'll stick to this. But it's just like there were like jumps in my Islamic career, which most people don't get. Like how many people can be a revert in 2 years and then open a masjid? It doesn't really happen. I'm not saying I'm great or anything. I'm just saying my experience has been very strange to me because I used to listen to khutbahs, I used to listen to Jumas all over the world, and then I was doing one. And then we started with a small masjid and now it's a big one. I now know how to orient myself within Islam. So if people come to me with questions and if people are attacking me, I already know where are they coming from, what type of sheikhs are they referencing. So you can already pinpoint them into their whatever sect they are coming from. And so I also have my system of belief, and I'm not gonna share everything I do because you don't need to know everything. But I have, studied Islam now. I'm studying Islam online with the sheikh, but still, it's helping me a lot to understand the different ways how you can look at Islam, and how I looked at it before, and how some people are now looking at it. And it's like a big thing for me because I was very confused just a year and a half ago. Still, I didn't want to talk about any madhabs. I didn't want to be involved in that debate because I just found it confusing and it was very complex. And now I enjoy it pretty much. Anyways, not about this video is not about that. It's actually like, so the progress I've made in that, it's great. Like I am happy that I know how to practice. I know I understand. I'm not confused. I think I'm 100% in agreement with the basic doctrines. Some people are confused where they reject some teachings of Islam because it doesn't fit their worldview or they don't understand, they can't rationalize, how is this? I don't have those issues. My issue now, and this is my struggle since the beginning, it's how to be a good person. To be honest, this is my biggest problem as well. Like, I don't know if I'm naturally good. I can come off as pretty arrogant sometimes. It's true. Like, so that can happen, and it's a disease of the heart, and I need to work on it. And before I became a Muslim, it was a really big problem where sometimes, like, the first impression I give out to people sometimes is very harsh, and I can come off very nice here on YouTube and stuff, but it can be sometimes difficult to deal with. Like, I know myself, and the best person, and you can apply it to your life, who knows you more than you or who sees your mistake is your wife. So if you would ask my wife, she would just laugh. Like, why are people listening to you, Jan? Like, she doesn't get it at all. Why would you even listen to what I have to say? So, because she's around me all the time. She's hearing my thoughts all the time. I cannot stop it. So she's like annoyed by me. But anyways, so I have major mistakes, major flaws in my characteristics. And the thing is, the Shahada didn't get away with that. Like, it deleted my sins, but those habits and my stupid mind stayed the same. So I still have some of those Jahiliyyah traits, which is why I want to raise my son pure from these diseases, because subhanallah, it's better to be pure than to be damaged and then repaired like us, the reverts. But you're never the same. It's never what it used to be before, like a kid. Anyways, so that's my biggest struggle, is to really how to actually be a good person. So I no longer find interest in debating with Christians, debating with atheists, fiqh rulings, intra-Islamic polemics, and debates about different sifat of Allah and all that stuff. That these lead nowhere. For me, I don't find any value in those discussions. I understand them. I understand them very much. Like, I love that to hear sometimes, but I can't listen to it too much. It's pointless. I would much rather spend my time on figuring out how do I clean myself. Because when I became a Muslim, 3.5 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I wasn't great. I didn't understand any fiqh. I didn't have no idea what the Aqidah is. I have no idea how to pray maybe correctly, how to make wudu. I didn't know much about Islamic history. I had no community, nothing. But I had one thing. I had really good niyyah, and I had really good, my heart was very clean. And when I accepted Islam, I had this few months of pure, clean heart. You know what I'm saying? It's basically, I have no interest in the dunya in a no sense. So my business, anything they got to do with like women, anything, it's done. I had no interest, and I just immersed myself in like basically practicing the deen and going to the masjid every day in Prague. Salam alaikum, Prague crew. But that's what I was doing. That was my main thing. Like, I needed to be part of that Prague community, and I loved it. It was the best times for me. And that I since then I haven't gotten it back. And I'm looking for that purification of the heart. And I know this is there's so much material in Islam to where it goes into how you purify your intentions and your niyyah and your heart and get away with sin. Not get away with sins, but get rid of your sins. There's many people across madahibs, across different even across madhabs who write about this. And that's what I want to do next. That's basically my next mission. Because what I feel is that, in those 3.5 years, I've improved. I've understood more. I have more of an understanding, blah, blah, blah. But my heart is dead. Not in a sense of iman. No, it's there. In a sense of it's dirty from sins. I hate it. And this is when I was resonating with Al-Ghazali when he said he became a master in fiqh and all the science, but he was empty. He was empty inside, and he realized, this Islam is about actually introspection a lot. Like all these external things in Islam, they are important. Without them, Islam doesn't work. But too much focus on that will render the actual point, which is to make you a better human being. That's the actual point. And there's a science behind doing good deeds and doing tawbah. And we are gonna sin and all that. But there's gotta be a way to remove those sins. And there's gotta be a way to purify my intentions, because it's hard to be good. It's hard to be good. But the reward is better. And in the beginning, it might be hard, the decision to be good in some situations, but there's a better long-term outcome. If you do evil, it's very easy. It's very easy to do sins. But how you feel after the sin, it's horrible, right? And that's like the reverse. Like it's actually, yeah, it's a reverse. Like you should be doing good, which is kind of difficult to give out money to charity or to help people, but that's actually like you'll feel better after. And people know that. They don't even have to be Muslim. They love that feeling of getting a reward, even though they don't have any iman. So there's a problem there. But from just that pure perspective, collecting good deeds and feeling great. So I think I've spent 3.5 years studying iman, studying akida, studying fiqh, studying like the rulings, studying like this, and now I wanna, we're doing Quranic lectures. Subhanallah, we had 3 lessons on tajweed, and it's great because basically first time in my life I can recite Surah Al-Fatiha without any mistakes, and that didn't happen before. Like actually, like I made some mistakes, or Surah Ikhlas, like it's tiny mistakes, but like that's actually quite important to know the Quran and to recite it correctly. And so that's crazy. Like I didn't prioritize it, but now I think we should focus on that. And like doing anything that's like repairing my heart is gonna be my priority, inshallah. Because I don't wanna, my ego is my enemy. I know that, my nafs, it's my enemy. The shaitan is my enemy as well. So I need to fight them. This is the battle. This is jihad. This is it. Jihadi nafs. But this is it. This is the core of Islam, because I don't want to focus too much on the external things, like the politics, this, that, this group said that, this guy said this. It's too much. It's too much. It's not possible to keep up with all that and still be a good person. So my main goal is to become a good human. And I think I need to return back to my niyyah that I had in the beginning. And inshallah, that's my main goal. So that's my also main message for you, because you might be, I don't know where you are on your Islamic journey. Maybe you are high level, but where's your heart? Really, like, maybe you have the best Arabic, maybe you study in Medina, maybe you are somewhere, you're a sheikh. Doesn't matter, man. Where is your heart? Maybe it's dirty and rusty, so all that means nothing. All that means nothing. And we live in a we live in a society that's drowning in sin, right? It's so easy. The access to sins is unprecedented through technology. You can watch anything, which is horrible, but that's the world we live in. That's where we are. Allah decided that you live in this time where there's so much sin that you can't even look on the street and not be affected. That's why I really enjoy just like working from the masjid. Like I have my business here because I can't be outside. Like I can't even go anywhere. I like have to be here locked up. Then I go work out something and then go home, and just like I cannot be outside. There's too much sin for me. Like I just wanna, like my biggest wish, subhanallah, in the future when I'm old, maybe if I live, inshallah, is to just worship Allah alone. Just sit in Bosnia, in Medina, whatever, where's masjid, and just spend hours in worship. That's my biggest dream. Doing this is actually a preparation, like just being there for Fajr, reciting some Quran, and just waiting for death. I think it's amazing, actually. I think people hate to think about this, but like, it's actually pretty cool concept to just be being content with this dunya and just living a simple life in the masjid. That would be my dream life. I'm not there yet because I'm still trapped in the dunya, because I have so much pressures from just family, all that. Becoming a good person is pretty difficult, especially if you've been bad before, like most reverts have been horrible. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, the masjid is doing great. We have new people coming in all the time. It's increasing in number every Jumu'ah, and we're leveling up. But how is the leveling up of the inside? That's the inside job is the most important one, not the outside job. We got the outside job, we've got the masjid, we've got all that, we've got the community, we've got people, we're learning the Quran. Okay, great. Now it's time for the inside job. That's the most important one, man. yeah, without the clean heart, I don't know how Allah is gonna look at us, you know. And so it just has too much effects. I hate sins. I hate it. Uh, so hopefully it was valuable. I don't even know what the topic of this video was. I was just kind of ranting where I am right now in the dunya and in terms of my deen. But yeah, I think I'm on the right path. I think I'm supposed to be here in Slovakia in this moment in time. I'm supposed to do what I'm doing. I don't think I have to be anywhere else. I feel like aligned with my purpose in the dunya. I just feel off with that internal struggle that I have, that everybody has, every one of us. So that's never gonna go away. It's every day. It's every day this battle until we die. Actually, even a few seconds before your death, you'll still be struggling with this. So this test in this life is pretty difficult. You know, this is a test that we all agreed to do, and we're in it. So we gotta make it, man. We gotta make it. If you found Islam, you can't let it go. You gotta make the test, and then we'll be among the successful ones, inshallah. So let's just live this life with that understanding, and yeah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.